Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday's early morning intuitive guidance. I had to think for a minute there. What day is it? The whole week feels strange. Like this should be Sunday or something. I have no idea. Anywho, welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum. Here are some words of wisdom to start your day off well, to give you some things to think about and talk about with others, and lots of cool stuff today. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. We have a very pretty card today. We have a card that I think speaks right to where we're at. And I'm going to add a little bit of a reading out of the... Good morning, Joniel. Welcome. Glad you're here. Out of the Bringers of the Dawn book, because it dovetails beautifully with the reading for today out of the card deck. So, surprise, surprise, right? So, let us start with a little bit of tapping and some breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Makes my earrings wiggle. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Another one. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Yesterday I was having a heck of a time maintaining a deeper breath. I think so much stuff was shifting within me that I was just having to be very conscious of my breathing. So, yeah. I think we're going to start with the book I'm reading, Bringers of the Dawn, first. It's just a little paragraph, but it dovetails beautifully with our card out of the Native Spirit deck by Denise Lynn. So it looks like someone else has popped on. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Your name isn't rolling, but I'm glad you're here. So let's start with Bringers of the Dawn. And it's, for those of you who are interested, Barbara Marciniak. She's actually the one who received the channeled information, and then, let me look up the other person's name. Tara Thomas is the one who edited it. And just interesting stuff. So, our theme for today is emotions. And many people are feeling kind of, good morning, Mel, welcome, kind of swamped with emotions. There's all of the angry emotions, there's all of the sad and grieving emotions, there's all of the fear emotions. So, to put those into perspective, to help us have a container in which to carry the emotions, because we don't want to keep shoving them away. That does not serve us. We want to meet our emotions where they're at and intelligently learn from them and allow them to expand our experience of life on earth. And beyond, and beyond. So, one of the concepts in this book is that we actually are intended to have many more strands of DNA than we actually do right now. So we've got our little double helix going on, but that's a limited, it's an amazing thing, but it's a limited bandwidth, if you will. And that part of this shifting that's going on Mother Earth is people moving to a 12-strand helix instead of the 2 strands, thus bringing a whole lot more online. Yes, including, what a concept, right? Including some things, bringing some things online that we've had within us but have been dormant for a long time. So if you're going, that's too much for my brain to handle, think about it this way. Tonsils, appendix, adenoids, those were all things that for many years they just considered vestigial structures. They're not useful, they're leftovers from, earlier evolution. They cause more problems than they do any good. Let's just yank them out, right? That has changed. Beginning, I'm not sure when, 80s, 90s, beginning to see that, no, maybe those organs have some purpose, yet and maybe we need to work with them instead of against them. Wouldn't that be a lovely thing in our world? Let's work with instead of against. So here's just a little section, and the idea as this book was channeled was that those additional strands of DNA are going to come online in chunks of 3, I believe is what I read. But here's just 2 paragraphs to begin to plant some seeds for you to think about. Isn't this interesting? Or what a bunch of hooey, or however you react to it. Good morning, Angie. Thank you for the sunshine. And actually, it's going to be cooler here today. 74 glorious degrees. Yesterday, I think we got to 96 or 97. No, forget it. Not my gig. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the cooler days. So here, this is on page 64 if you have the book. The triple helix brings you into the feeling center. The feeling center is emotion. And listen to this next part. And emotion is your road or bridge or ticket to the spiritual self. Emotion is the portal. When people deny the emotional self, they can't get into the spiritual realms. The Christed one said, know thyself. Know thyselves. It's the same thing. That message was given on the planet a long time ago, but it was distorted so that people could not understand how grand indeed they were, and that all they had to do was rearrange themselves. The work is always internal. So for those who are wringing their hands and saying, I don't know what to do, I don't know, this is such a big mess, I have no idea what to do. Here's your answer. Ready? When you want to know how to go about bringing a change upon the planet, we always tell you to work with yourself. Develop yourself. Move beyond the boundaries of self. Learn to become multidimensional, to exist in the astral world, and to travel beyond the physical body. Stop defining the body as ending here, which is what society encourages you to do so that you can be controlled. And that also sets up the us versus them. If this is me, if I stop here, all that's out there is other. If, on the other hand, I believe it's all one, it's all one, this is a false end, it opens up the doors. Good morning, Bonnie. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. So, stop defining the body as ending here, which is what society encourages you to do so that you can be controlled. In a free will zone, control is part of the game because someone wants to be in charge. You are members of the family of light. To what hierarchy or to what gods do you answer? So, calling us to be expansive in our thought process, not limited to this is me, so therefore everything out there is other and must be feared and must be othered. And so we move on to today's card from Native Spirit by Denise Lynn, who's of the Cherokee tribe. Spirit of Water. Spirit of Water. Isn't that a beautiful card? Good morning, Carolyn. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Spirit of Water. Let's take a breath. Let it go. I want you to just, we're going to do a little experiential thing toward the end of this. So just enjoy the picture. Spirit of Water. Card meaning, trust your intuition. Know that you are on the right path. Take time to nurture yourself. I'm seeing more and more people shifting gears recently into more self-care. I'm tired, I'm going to rest. I need less stimulation, I'm going to go sit quietly. Something's confusing my brain, I'm going to sit and write for a while. I need some physical activity, I'm going to go for a hike. Listening within, not, well, I'll get the laundry done and then I'll, clean the house and then I'll take some time for me. Prioritize the time for you. I'm going to sit and be for a while and then I will get on with my business. Okay? Allow your inner child free rein. Believe in your dreams. How many of us, and I was talking to someone a couple of days ago about this, that there's a jaded quality that I didn't like seeing in myself. I wanted to go back to that place of much more feeling into opportunity. Everything's going to work out fine, however fine is going to be defined at that point in time. Optimistic, etc. Needed to get past this jaded whatever it was. And I really feel like the breath work I've been doing has been helping that shift. So those of you who are doing the 30 days of breath work with me, thank you for the journey. Much appreciating it. Believe in your dreams. Don't stifle your emotions. Trust the messages they're giving you. How many times do we do that? Squelch those feelings and then pick up a storyline that allows us to keep them squashed and to keep us in a situation that's probably not good for us. Whether it's a mindset, whether it's a literal physical situation, whatever it is, okay? Purify and cleanse yourself in your home. This is a time of clearing. There's going to be rain today, which I think is going to be a clearing thing. One of my friends was on her way to work this morning and sent a text message saying that it's yucky outside right now. It smells like smoke and it just feels dirty and unwashed. And I said, well, we're supposed to get rain today, so hopefully that will wash Mother Earth clean. Healing is on its way. Emotional healing energy is expanding within you. Set that intention. The emotional healing energy within me expands with every breath. And then breathe. Feel it. And think about that from the previous part of the book. Breathing ourselves beyond our physical body. Breathe yourself first into the energy field that surrounds your body, called aura. Breathe yourself beyond that. Breathe yourself expansively. Just notice, how does that feel? Play with it, dream. Allow the child self to play with that. Your native spirit wants you to know. The spirit of water invites an emotional richness into your life. Communicate from the heart. Embrace your childlike wonder. This card also represents purification, cleansing, and healing. It reminds you to clean your personal space and your body. It also urges you to accept and embrace your emotions, all of them, even the ones you don't usually like. That's information. It's grist for your mill. If you shove it away, you've only got part of the picture. Additionally, trust your hunches. Pull off from the shore of safety and enter the flow of life. All is well. So now I want to do this part kind of slowly, and I want to have you actually do this a bit, okay? So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine each of these words as I say them and what your experience with these has been like. The journey. Be aware of water in your life. Interesting that it starts with the word humidity. So just close your eyes and breathe into that word humidity. What's it like to experience humidity? I usually view that as a negative experience, but see where it goes for you. Humidity. Mists. Be in the mist. Clouds. Rain. And you can do multiple kinds of rain. There's that gentle little sprinkle. There's a shower of rain. There's torrents of rain. There's all different versions of rain. Water in food. Fruit, vegetables, and so forth. How about watermelon? The ocean. And I immediately hear it. That's my sense of the ocean. The rivers. I'm going to add one. An inland lake. The bath. And the shower. Drink extra water. Energize it by putting your hand over each glass and sending love into the water. Evaluate relationships. Notice how each encounter affects your subtle emotions. And sometimes it's your not so subtle emotions. There are those people that when we're around them, we feel destabilized. Honor that. What will you do to create greater stability within yourself if you are around that person or those people? Take time daily to relax, especially near or in water. I've been pulled lately heavily to the river here, the Fox River. All different parts of it. I was at 2 different parks yesterday, and there's a place by one of the paper mills that I've been sitting, and the experience of the river is different at each of those locations. Let's see. Cleanse and purify yourself and your living space using water. So as you're blessing your water that you're going to drink, set the intention that that water is going to cleanse you, clear you from the inside out, wash out all that no longer serves you. Isn't that an amazing way to cleanse your body? So now we're going to do a little more imagining. Again, if you can, close your eyes. Imagine how it would feel, not to be in, but to be, literally to be, you to be a still pool. Take a couple of breaths as a still pool. A mountain stream. I like that one because that's in motion. It feels burbly. I like that one. A mist. Breathe into being a mist. A great sea. A summer shower. Notice any emotions or feelings that emerge as you do this. Watch your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Let me show you the picture again because it's so beautiful. So beautiful. So, as you appreciate water, and some of us, like those of us in the upper Midwest, we've got the Great Lakes. What a blessing. What a gift. Honor the water that's around you. Again, in Native traditions, many Native traditions, women are the water keepers. Men are the fire keepers and women are the water keepers. Attend to the water. As you drive past bodies of water, send good energy, send love. Imagine that body of water. I'm just going to pick one here. Lake Winnebago. Large inland lake. Send the blessing into that lake, then I imagine it rippling to all of the shores. And imagining all of the, good morning Janice, glad you're here. All of the people, all of the plant life, all of the animals on those shores of that particular body of water. And you're sending it a blessing. How cool is that? But for ourselves, this is a time of attending to emotions. Attending to emotions. And as we do a good job of attending to our own emotions, not shoving them off, not drinking them away, not eating them away, not running them away, not working them away, attending to them, being present with them. Okay, so sit down beside me here. Let's say it's anger. Oftentimes for women, we struggle with anger because that wasn't much of an allowed emotion when we were young. So, sit down with your anger. Tell me what you need me to know. What am I to do with this energy of anger? Is it a mobilization thing? What am I meant to do with this? Be curious. Be that curious observer. Allow. This is all about expanding yourself, everybody. This is about becoming more fully you. When we have parts of ourselves that are in shadow, that are locked off, we can't be fully who we're intended to be. We end up operating out of fear. We end up playing not to lose instead of playing to win. We diminish ourselves, make ourselves smaller. It's time to expand. It is safe to expand. Again, the image that always comes to me is we link arms, and when we're linked together, we're much more stable. Harder to get knocked over when we're connected to our brothers and sisters, including beyond human. See the earth on which we walk as an extension of ourselves. It's all one. It's all one. Again, we're done with the othering. We're done with the us versus them. It's all one. And we can take good care and respect and honor all aspects of that one. So, have an awesome Wednesday. I will see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.